our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to Schooled Thru Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Ranae.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on Schooled Thru Spirit with WLTK-DB.com. This is a show where I do explore different people's lives, their modalities, and how spirit did impact them. Now, each week I do have a small discussion of how my nose is going to feel like it's doing stuff that it's not. Anyway, I do have a small discussion on whatever spirit gives me or has given me. And then we go into my guest. My guest today is Miss Kim. And I'll tell you what, you're going to love her. You're going to love her. She is just this amazing woman who she's a healer. She's a reader. Good morning, Tim. She does conscious content. She does documentaries that just go around the world. She is bringing awareness to a population that is just, it's huge. It's huge. It's awesome. And I just can't wait for you to meet her and to talk with her. I'm in awe of her. Can you tell? I'm in awe. I'm in total awe. And I just love her. And I know you're going to love her also. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you, guys. You know that contest that I want 10,000 followers on my Facebook page, my DeEtte Ranae Psychic Medium Facebook page. Remember how as soon as I hit that 10,000, we're doing a free reading giveaway, guys. And I will tell you what, you're slowly progressing. You're slowly bringing it up. So we're at just over 2,000 right now. So I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to complain about that. But you know what? The more people in there, the more numbers we're going to have, the more we're going to do, which is pretty amazing, guys. And again, even the station, this show itself is growing. It's slowly growing, which is awesome. I am so excited for that. Thank you for everybody that listens, either in the live or in the podcast. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So with that being said, let's kind of get on to today's subject. And I'm going to talk about that subject. Hey, good morning, Michael. Oh my God, I haven't seen you early in the morning and forever, it feels like. Yay. So basically, as I'm sharing away, guys, yes, I am sharing away as I talk. It is what it is. But let's talk about going inward today, guys. Let's talk about that going inward and that icky stuff that we have to do. And you know what? I figured today was a good day to talk about it. Why? Because Mercury retrograde is finally over. It is finally over. Thank goodness. Praise the good Lord. However you want to say it, your higher power, whatever it be. Thank God that planet looks like it's going straight again. Super excited for that. Why? Because I'll tell you what, normally retrogrades don't bother me too much. I'm like, whatever. But this one kicked my butt. It kicked my tush so hard. I didn't know if I thought I was seeing stars. If you really want to know, I thought I was seeing stars. And all I can say is I'm glad it's over with. And yes, it's about a whole lot of everything. You know what can go wrong in Mercury retrograde is going to go wrong. And I will tell you what, it all seemed to go wrong for me. But with that being said, we are going to talk about what the next major thing I want to talk about is really kind of going inward, going into yourself, paying attention, because I'll tell you what, this last retrograde, it kicked my butt so hard that I really don't want to waste. I don't want to waste anything that might have happened that I didn't understand or happened or didn't see for it to happen or whatever it might be. I want to make sure. Michael, I feel like I've had a nonstop ass kicking since I know. Isn't it? It's like, it's all I can say. This has just been, it has been horrid. It's been horrid. So how are we going to move forward with this? Okay, yeah, and I'll tell you what, I've heard more about this retrograde that from more people. It's kind of like going through them darn moon cycles. But with this going forward, especially this next week. Hello, good morning, Lovey. Going forward with this week, I'm going to tell you what. This is my plan. This is my plan over the next few days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever it might be, whatever it takes, is to go inward, go in here and go, okay, how did this really affect me? How did this really kind of kick my butt? Tim, I learned something new about my why I feel the way I do every day. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, it's just, but going in, let's start going inward, guys, and go, hey, you know what? I gotta go to the station to see because I don't get to see who everybody is unless I go to certain places. Um, but going inwards and paying attention into here, okay? Because I'll tell you what, I know over this last retrograde, what I really noticed were my insecurities came out. Oh my God, tenfold, whether it be communication within my job, within my abilities, whatever it might be, they came in and just kicked my tush. And I was second guessing everything. I even thought for the slightest of moment, it was slight, it was brief. I thought about going back to healthcare, guys. It was fleeting in the shower, shaved my legs one day, and was out the door before it came in. Hello, Kevin. It was in and out very, very quick. But it was that thought process of, oh my gosh. And I thought, wow, what would actually get me to think about that? What would actually send me back to healthcare? Something my mom, Peggy Thomas, is a huge. Oh, thank you. I love Peggy too. I love Peggy. You don't even know. I think, Rob, your mom is what has blown me up in the UK. I think she went out and told everybody in Coffee Land when she went to have coffee to watch me because I love her. um, but I will tell you what, when I looked at the insecurities of myself, I had to really go inwards and go, okay, what has really been what knocked my me off my rock, or what really discombobulated me over this last period of time. And it really was an insecurity within myself, huge insecurity. So and I'm like, wait a second, you know what? Why am I insecure? I have proven to myself, I've proven to the world that I can do this. I've proven to myself in the world that I can do this full time. I teach, I travel, you know what? You rack it up. I've been doing everything. You know what I mean? So why am I all of a sudden insecure and oh my God, what's this or what's that? you know? And I'm like, wait a second, wait a second. So it's kind of like, okay, so this week I'm going to go in and go, why am I insecure? Why do I feel like something in here is not strong within itself? What is it within myself that says I feel like I can't do this? What got me off of my line or my path and my ability to manifest? You know what I mean? And it is literally what has happened. Michael, wow, I know your pain. My problem right now is I have zero motivation or ambition to get back to readings. And I feel you. I feel you, Michael, because I think everybody has been knocked off. Now, me, I'm stand up. Hey, everybody comes, fill me up. I will do them because I am so ready. I'm so ready. But my problem is my insecurity of, oh my God, will people like me? Will people come? Will people this? Well, you know what? It's all the rest of it that is there. And I think everybody has these insecurities on some level. You don't have to be a psychic, a medium, or have a business within this healing metaphysical industry to have these insecurities. We can have these insecurities at any point of life. Any point of life. I don't care what you're doing, we can have these insecurities. And I feel like that's one thing because, communication is a big thing. Okay. So when I'm going in, I'm literally going, I've also had the imposter syndrome issues. Ugh, LOL. Exactly. You know what, Michael? Somebody actually asked me that this weekend, like, do you have imposter syndrome? And I went, what's that? I literally went, what's that? What are you talking about? And I had to reevaluate myself on that too and go, you know what? No, I don't. I know who I am. I know who I am. But it just tells me I had to dig deeper. So for myself, because me, I love healers. I love energy work. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. I'll stand up. My name is DeEtte, and I'm an addict. I have a healer energy addiction going on, whether it be hypnotherapy, healing, whatever. And somebody looked at me, and a dear friend of mine looked at me Saturday morning, when we talked, and he goes, "You know what? I need to give you an early Christmas gift." And he had me go lay down on a shaman's table and have some work done. And I went, great. So that really is what started this inward journey. It's funny because I'm always talking about an inward journey. I know, and you're like, "What are you talking about?" It was just going in deeper, finding out what's in there. So for me, it's like undoing those layers. It's kind of like taking an onion and peeling it back layer by layer by layer. And when you think you've got to that juicy part because your eyes are teared up and they're crying, guess what? Put that onion under the water, let it drain the juices off, and start peeling again. So that's what I did. That's what I did. So, you know what? This great friend gifted me this. So I went and I believe his name was Mark, and he's a shaman, and he does some amazing energy work. And we talked for a minute, and I told him, I said, "I just feel disconnected." And I went, "Whoa, that's kind of big, isn't it? I feel disconnected." And he said, "What from?" And I'm like, "Everything, everything. I mean, you name it, family, friends, work, students, readings, everything. I feel disconnected. I feel like I haven't even showed up to the game, or I showed up and they're not there. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm walking in a different dimension. I feel like I can't come up to the plate." And he said, "Okay, let's lay you down. Let's get working." And it was awesome because when he started working, I always loved this. I always loved this. And this time it was so cool because his table was pushed up against a wall because he only works from one side. So he doesn't need to, and I was smushed up to a wall. I had a wall behind my head and a wall on my left side. And there shouldn't be no way I could feel something on that left side of mine. But guess what? I could feel him, my right, darn straight if there wasn't somebody on my left working. And the first thing that happened was my right ear, I will call my mediumship ear because it's the ear I hear spirit from. I felt this let go drain. You know, when you have like a stuffy head cold really bad, and those ears are just so plugged you can't hear anything, and you pray to God that your ears just drain. That's what happened, except for my ears weren't stuffy. And I could just feel it pouring from my ear. It was just like whoosh, like a blockage had been released. And I went, "Ooh, that's cool. That's cool." Didn't want to ponder what it was about, just thought that's cool. And then as he started working some more and kept going down further, it sounds bad, but energetically going down, he got to my root chakra. And it was funny because it was actually up over like my right ovary area, for anybody knows where those ovaries are. And I could feel a pain. And the pain felt like not like a horrible pain, just a pain. It felt like a pain that went from the ovary and shot down straight into my root chakra. It was kind of like following a laser light that squiggled. And I went, "Oh, wow, that's weird. That's different." Now, from a shaman's way of looking at it, everything on the right side of the body is living in this world that we live in. Everything on the left side is the spirit world. So up through this point, it literally was everything in my right side, my everyday world, which he really expected it to be. And then I was fine until boom, got to my feet, my ankles. And then I could feel them on my left ankle. And I thought, wow, that's really strange. Because when I have issues with my ankles, it's always my right ankle. And my right ankle is always about moving forward. Fear of going forward, fear of moving forward in life, fear of that next step. Except for not an issue with my right ankle, it was my left. And he went, "That's really interesting." And when we were done, and it was so cool because before he was done, all of a sudden my eyes are shut, whatever. I can't see a darn thing because, I'm, again, the addict. I want to feel it all. And I could feel this ray of this bright, insane sunlight, like sun high in the sky. And granted, we're in a building, was like showing through him onto me. And it filled my body from head to toe. And it bathed my soul, literally bathed my soul in this. And I literally heard open for business. I went, well, that's awesome. Like, you seriously disconnected Facebook turns my stomach and I'm full of introvert mode. Yes, exactly. And it was totally cool to have this all happen. Totally cool to have this happen. But when he got done, we talked. And first he's like, well, what did you feel? And I told him everything. He goes, you know what? That makes sense. And I'm like, why? And he goes, well, and that's when he explained to me, how the shaman look at the body. And I went, okay, well, yeah. And he goes, you're off balance. You're off balance. He said, you are so much in the spirit world, so much that I am comfortable in spirit. I will tell you what, 2 feet in, a little bit in the 2D world, to the point where I will tell you what, people say stuff and it goes right over my head. He says, you're so far into the spirit world that you've unbalanced yourself from everyday reality. And I went, whoa. He says, you're no longer afraid of walking forward. You're no longer afraid of what's next. You're no longer afraid of who's going to see you or what's going to happen or those opportunities. You're ready to go, but you unbalanced yourself. And what I need to do is do a healthy balance between the two, not just one. And I went, oh, okay. Kind of made sense. Actually made a lot of sense. So as I drove home from that event, I had a lot of thought about, okay, in my own personal teachings, when I teach people, I'm like, boy, guys, I'm not being the best teacher, because I'll tell you what, I preach this stuff and I apparently have not been following my teachings, because literally this last retrograde threw me into spirit and I went, I'm not coming out. Can you believe retrograde can be so bad that it takes a medium and throws it into spirit? And they're like, I'm not coming back out. I'm afraid of reality at this point. So I did the unthinkable yesterday, guys. And it really took the next step into my journey. Now I garden, guys. Not good at gardening, but I garden. And I do it for 2 reasons. One is because I am helping to teach my grandkids how to garden, and we're learning it together. It's a huge learning curve, because I will tell you what, up until this year, I could show you pictures of my garden. It like blew up. It blew up everywhere. Like, I had things growing everywhere, like huge. My corn was almost 6 feet tall by 4th of July, and they told me it's only supposed to be knee high. My corn was huge, and I mean, I had plants going everywhere, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But now this garden is down. I've only got pepper plants growing, and I'm only letting them go because the peppers are so cute and they're tiny, and I think they're stunted. They're not going to get any bigger, but you know what? I'm proud of them. So I had to plant them 3 times to get them to grow. That's a whole different story in itself. So yeah, because I planted green bell peppers twice and they didn't grow up. So then finally I planted hot peppers, habanero peppers, and my bell peppers grew. Don't know what's going on. But yesterday I went, you know what? The thing I hate to do, I don't like weeding. I don't like I like watering. Watering. That's about all I like to do. So what I did was I went out and I bought a rake, a heavy duty rake, and I went out and bought a handle for another rake, because I have really old rakes that I love. They were my grandparents' rakes from when they were on the farm, and the handles are broke off. So we went and bought some new handles to attach those. And I bought a new rake because I figured the other rake wasn't going to get fixed yet, and I wasn't going to let myself out of it. And I just got in the garden. I took my shoes off because it was a pretty nice day. And I just sat there and I raked and I raked and I dug up. I dug up weeds and I got down to the root of it. Now, as I was doing that, it was so insane, because as I was doing that, all of a sudden I was finding carrots that grew up that I didn't know, and onions that were under there I didn't know. And as I dug deeper, I found this, it was like this treasure trove of food that I did not know was below the surface. I found weeds too, but I found food. I was like, wow, that's really cool. And after I got done bringing this all back and getting it back to dirt, I was like, you know what? I need to replenish this. So, guys, you ever heard of liquid gold? Well, in our horse, it's horse shit. It really is. It's horse poop, but not fresh stuff. This is older stuff. So I took that, steer barefoot, and do not get disgusted with me because you know what? I washed my feet when I was done. But in the barefoot, in the dirt, I started spreading this horse shit everywhere. And I got it from corner to corner and all over, knowing that this is going to replenish my soil. This is going to put much needed fuel back into my soil. Okay. Now, I didn't rototiller in it because I didn't want to do that. I want the snow to come in. I want the frost to come in. I want that snow to melt. And I want all that nutrients to absorb into the soil. And then when I got done and I came into the house, yes, I took those feet into the house. Thank goodness my granddaughter had gotten me a bath that was like, it was a good foot bath, like, I don't know, 10 inches of water. And I just put, she's like, Nana, get your feet in the water. And we washed my feet. But I thought about that. I thought, okay, what else can I do to replenish this earth that feeds my family that I don't know what the hell I'm doing? And somebody had told me ashes. Ashes will balance the pH. And I went, okay. Well, so I've got a plan now because I have a wood burning stove in my bedroom. That's what my heat source is for my space, my room and my office and all this. It's a mother-in-law suite. And I have a wood burning stove. So I'm going to take those ashes because I clean my wood burning stove every day. And every day I'm going to sprinkle the ashes over the snow when the snow comes. So when the snow melts, that goes in and goes into the horse manure and goes into the earth. And then I have somebody that's been giving me a lot of eggshells because it's calcium. That then I can feed that in this spring. And I've got this beautiful plan that I've already started with the soil. But I knew while I was doing this, I was also replenishing myself. I was putting myself in the reality of this world. So as I'm doing this garden, I'm actually just tending to the soil because I'm tending to the earth. The garden's gone, except for those pepper plants that are not growing. But I'm tending to the earth. I'm also putting myself into the reality of this. Because when we get ourselves into nature, when we get ourselves feet deep and ground and just connect, we start to refill our body. We start to come back to reality. We start to go, okay, I am of this world too. And my body, my soul is no different than that earth. And I have to replenish this. I have to fill this. I have to take care of this. So as much as I've been digging, because as you all know, just prior to Mercury retrograde going, I started doing hypnotism therapy. And I have a dear friend of mine, Ellie, out there that does emotional body work on me. And both of them were working along with myself to really dig deeper into me of the why do I have a fear of being seen? Why do I have a fear of being seen? Let go of the fear of being seen. Let go of it. Allow people to know who you are. Allow people to know about your past or who's been in your past or what's happened. And I tell you what, guys, I've become an open book. You want to know, here you go, boom. I don't care anymore. Why? Because without my past, I could not be who I am today. Couldn't be. And clearly that fear is gone. But I never refueled myself after that. I never refueled it. So basically, what I did was I said, let's dig in deep. Let's do this. Let the world see me. And then I went and hid in the spirit world. Gosh, is that a catch-22 or what? Crazy, isn't it? So this is what I had to do. I had to bring me back to me. And that's what I ended up spending the weekend doing, going, you know what? It's okay to be seen. It's okay not to be afraid. It's okay also to be in this beautiful world of reality. And it's okay to tend to myself. It's okay for me to take care of me. So the coolest thing happened after that. After I got done with the garden, got done doing just really filling back this earth. And oh my God, I've never been so proud of anything in my life as what I did yesterday with that. Because I'm like, yay. I came into the house in this beautiful office that I have, and it's God, you guys see itty bitty little corner. It's gorgeous. And I mean, I'm born in the wrong time period, guys. I mean, I love the really old, fallen apart stone fireplaces or chimneys and um old wood, like, the old wood thick beams and all that. And that's my office. What you see here, think about that in old-fashioned times, and that's what my office is. It takes me back into very old times because that's what makes me feel good. So I came in here and I went, you know what? I need to clean, I need to rearrange, I need to declutter the space. And that's what I did. I decluttered this space. So I came in and I cleaned it and I moved things around and I changed things up and I got rid of things that really no longer served me because that was taking care of myself. Because I didn't feel good in my own space. I felt like I was hiding here. It was amazing when I got done because every time I walked in this space, because I did it frequently then last night, because like I was done, I had to come back in because it felt so amazing to be in here. It felt so dynamic to be able to come into this space and go, wow, I feel like I fed my soul. I felt like I fed myself. And then for the weirdest thing, I was going to get online and work. And I went, no, not. It's Sunday. That's hiding again for right now. Today is my day for feeding me. So instead, I asked my granddaughter, hey, you want to go play Easy Bake Oven? Never done it before, but let's go do it. And we went and her and I did her Easy Bake Oven and made little cookies there. My grandson said he wanted something, so we did a project with him and we made regular cookies in the oven. And it was so dynamic because by the time I went to bed last night, I finally felt like I was connected again. I finally felt like I could reach out and say hi to people. I finally felt like I could connect to the world. And this morning I wake up feeling so fresh and felt amazing. Like I literally woke up and was like, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? God, life is awesome. Let's do this. Let's rock. And I have absolutely no complaints because I know now that I'm going to instill in me that every day I have to make sure I'm of this world too. I have to have a balance. And that's where my inner work is going to be this week. What else can I do to inner balance this? What else can I do to make sure my spirit, my soul, and this body in reality are together to walk through? Good morning, Miss Lori. God, I hope you're doing good today, darling. And that's what's really important in life. That's what's crucially important in life is a balance. And this week, guys, I want you to work on that inner part of balance. You don't have to dig deep to find out, oh my God, what is your soul yearning for? Because we can do that every day. This week, it's going deep to say, what do I need to balance me? Go inside to figure out what it is that you need in life for you, just to feel good. Okay? Now, since Lori came on, I wanted to say, God, Florida, my prayers are with you. All of you, I'm so glad you weathered the storm. Not just Florida, but North Carolina. I believe it hit Canada. Oh my gosh, that storm. Ian was not our friend this year, was he? And I'm so gracious for all the people that made it through it. I know the devastation has been caused. Lots of prayers. And I hope and pray that the angels come in all different forms to come up and play cleanup and help and bring life back to more of a better reality that we all know versus the one we had. I'm just so thankful that everybody came through it. Well, all that I know, and families have been able to reunite. So with that being said, guys, I am going to give us a quick break and I'll be back in a few minutes. This is DeEtte Ranae on Schooled Thru Spirit with WLTK-DB.com.
If you're a fan of the paranormal world, then you'll love WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Talk shows bringing you the latest on everything paranormal, cryptozoological, metaphysical, true crime, psychic readings, and more. The truth is here and now. on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com. This is WLTK-DB Talk Radio.
Come see our new station shop for some amazing top quality merchandise. There is something for everyone, like blankets, electronics, clothing, and much more. Head on over to WLTK-DB.com and click shop to show your support by sporting our logo. The WLTK-DB Station Shop at WLTK-DB.com. Paranormal talk is our business, and business is good. Want to see your video here? Sponsor WLTK-DB Talk Radio and watch us make that happen. With your paid sponsorship of $80, you receive a professional produced audio, video, and banner placement on our station. Not only does your sponsorship air during our live shows, but also replayed on our podcast and heard by hundreds of like-minded people. Visit WLTK-DB.com to get started and find out just how hard we work to get you noticed.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. This is DeEtte Ranae here on Schooled Thru Spirit, WLTK-DB.com. I am still waiting for my guest to show up. She is in Florida, so I hadn't heard any different from her, so I know she's safe. I know she made it through. I'm just waiting to see if she clicks into the link. If not, this show's just going to change up a bit, isn't it? Which is okay also, which is okay. I'm just going to give her a few minutes. We're going to kind of talk. I'm thinking about switching some things up a little bit here. So how about we do, oh my gosh. I'm going to get lost in Facebook, guys, because I'm just looking for her like, hey, are you coming? Are you not coming? Anyway, so let's kind of change things up while we're waiting for her. Let's do that weekly reading to start with versus ending with, and let's buy her a little bit of time. Let's buy her some time, okay? Because again, it might just be because she's kind of lost in everything down there. Who knows? So, let's do this with Nature's Whispers cards. I like this. We've been talking about nature, right? We've been talking about nature. So there we go. So we're going to start with this, kind of work our way. We're going to see what happens. And if she doesn't, we're going to just change it up. And I will just bring in one of you guys. How's that sound? Because we love to do that, don't we? We love to do that, don't we? It's awesome. So I'm going to give her about 10 minutes. And if she's not able to come in, then we're going to just flip this show and make it something more interesting because that's what we do. So let's start with that weekly reading, guys, and we'll go from there. Okay, so again, we're doing 5-card stud. You know how this works. You can pick card number 1, card number 2, 3, whatever number it is, and we'll go from there. She just seen the message, so hopefully she's coming in. But let's do this anyway. So number 1 is trust your intuition or trust your own understanding. Oh my gosh. She's like, can you call? I'm going to call in a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Anyway, I just said, give me a bit and I can. So trust your own understanding. Trust your own understanding is what the card number 1 is, which is really kind of going in, guys, okay? I want to say this because so many people out there and about there will tell us, oh my God, you need to do this. Oh my God, you need to do that. Oh my God, stop listening to everybody. Why? Because this really is about what you feel, what you think, your own personal understanding of things, okay? And where you want to go with things, okay? So trust me, guys, when I say number 1, trust your understanding, that's really been That's really what this is about, okay? So trust me when I say, you know what, start looking at yourself, what you need, what you don't need, and where you're going in life, okay? Because nobody knows better than you do. Sometimes we do have to go on to somebody else and say, hey, I need this, or hey, I need that, or for some guidance. But no matter what guidance comes in, start understanding what it means to you, what it feels to you, and then kind of go from there, okay? Because again, you're going to be the only person that knows. Number 2, clear out the old. Clear out the old. Oh my God, isn't that crazy? Clear out the old. This is, as I said, I told you guys last night, I started decluttering my room, stopped decluttering my space. And it's also decluttering what's up here and what's in here. Okay. So when they're talking about declutter, it's getting rid of old beliefs. It's getting rid of old stuff that we just don't need anymore and going forward that way. And then going forward, does that make sense? And so take care of yourself, by getting rid of stuff that we just don't really need. We just don't really need. Okay. Number 3, expansion. Expansion. I love this card. I love this card. Number 3, expansion. So with this, we're looking at you're pushing forward after you've decluttered, after you've done all that. And yes, these are individual cards, but I'm telling you, if you're looking at these as a 1, 2, 3, we're going into section. See, I can't even talk. Secession. I'm not even trying to say it again. Expansion. Push forward, push out. What more can you do? Where else would you like to go? Okay. So if you pick number 3, you are looking at where do I want to go in life? What do I want to do in life? And that's what this card's about. Okay. Hey, Rob, are you still listening? Let me know if you're still there, darling. Number 4, amplify your positive emotions. Amplify your positive emotions. I like this. Why? Because this is a feel-good card. And the neat thing is when you're looking at this, when you're looking at your positive emotions, look at the ripple effect. Okay. Look at that ripple effect. You literally click one, you literally just kind of, one little positive emotion will ripple out to many. It ripples out. It's pretty amazing how this works. Okay. It's amazing. So literally, if you are that person, sorry guys, if you are that person that you need that extra ripple effect, realize that when we amplify our positive emotions, when we amplify that positive feeling, those positive emotions, what's happening is that you are not only just affecting you. When you start to think more positive, what is happening is you're raising your vibration. You're raising how you feel about things. And with that being said, you actually start to ripple it out to other people so that one person can really affect a lot of different people. Okay. So if you pick number 4, it's about amplifying those emotions. Okay. And card number 5 is the assurance card. I love this assurance card. I love this card because when you're looking at this, assurance just means that, you know what, you got this. You got this. Know that no matter what you're doing, how you're doing, or where you're sitting in life, if you pick number 5 card, this is all about you saying, guess what? I got this. I'm moving forward and life is pretty amazing. Know that you're going to be okay. Does that make sense? Know that you're going to be okay. Okay, so card number 1 is that trust your intuition or trust your understanding. Card number 3 is clearing out that old, getting rid of the clutter, guys, getting rid of the clutter, going forward with things. Card number 3 is expansion, which is expanding out and doing more things with yourself. Number 4 is amplifying those positive emotions, making, doing more, being more, always, you know what I mean? I can't say that enough, just lifting those positive things and pushing them out. And number 5 is that assurance card, knowing that you've got this, that everything is okay. When you're looking at this as a whole spread though, guys, if you're looking at this, isn't this pretty amazing? Because this is really telling you to look at yourself because you on your own are enough. You on your own are magical. You're amazing. You've got this. And you know what? Through the growth of this week, you are figuring this out that you really just have to listen to you. You have to listen to spirit, that type of thing, because spirit's always going to steer you in the right direction. Know that you just have to clear out those old thinking, that thinking of saying, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I got to do this, this, and this. Get rid of all of that. and kind of move in. And through that, with getting rid of that, it's going to open up to other things for you to expand out, do more. Know that you just have to stay positive throughout this, and know that you got this in the end. You guys are rock stars, and you know you have this, okay? So don't worry. You guys got this. Life is pretty awesome. Lori, as always, the cards are on point, although all 5 can apply to me right now. Exactly. That's why we do the old 5. So let's do a card where we say, okay. I'm looking for anybody that wants to come in and be on my show with me. I'm going to ask one more person. Okay, I'm going to ask one more person. I'm going to scream to the shouts because you know what? Let's do a surprise guest. I'm trying to find a surprise guest to say, come on in. Come on in. Let's see what I can do. I am literally sending out some feelers to say, hey guys, you want to come in? You want to rock it with me? It's what I'm doing, and seeing if somebody what says yes. Anyway, so let's do the last card, guys, here. Let's do the last card here, okay? Perfect. I like that. Perfect. I love it. 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 Perfect. I love it, Tim. So let's do this card that says, hey, guys, let's do this. Hey, guys. Do. Okay. So, the Beyond Lumera cards are the ones we're going to use for this. Oh, my God. I love this. I love this. Look at this gorgeous card. It's a sacral chakra, core of creation. Woo! What do you think about that card? What do you think about that card? Okay, I can do that. Yes, Rob, I can do that. But let me talk about this really quick. I asked somebody, they said someday, yes. How about now? Anyway, this card, reveal in the present moment and feel deeply into your senses. The sensuality of being alive, the breeze on your skin, the scent of damp earth, the feeling of aligning perfectly into the temple you call your body. This card is also about diving into the depths of your present moment, where all your faculties are available for divine creation. Nothing is left in the past or caught in the future, all of who are the unities in the moment of an ecstatic conception. Let yourself drop into passion, intimacy, and loving connection with whatever you are birthing into the world and with whomever you have chosen to co-create. What an amazing card, huh? Oh my God. Oh my God. We can't make that up, can we? We can't make that up, can we? That's pretty awesome. I love that card. I love that card. So, which is pretty cool. Now I want to tell you, I hope all the cards really made sense to you. I hope they helped in a lot of ways, guys. But I wanted to do a shout out for Rob Thompson. You know, the Ghost Finders, his voice is actually, when you listen to our stuff for the station, his voice is what you hear is Rob Thompson. But he is doing a special for his own show, the Ghost Finders. As you know, they've been the longest running streaming show, honestly, the longest running streaming show. And so he is running a special at $750 for 7 shout outs on the live special, which is literally coming in a few weeks here, guys. Your URL included and logo on the night, or $900 for 10, and also a web banner on our website, which is actually a pretty amazing and pretty amazing special. I can't even complain about that. You know, I'm still looking for somebody. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's last minute. It's Monday morning. What the heck? What the heck?" Let me see. I'm looking at my thing like, who's awake and who wants to come on and say howdy? Oh my God, I think I might have somebody. Maybe. It's so funny, guys, as you're watching me do this. I can't believe as you're watching me do this, going, oh my God. And the weird thing is I had a feeling Florida was going to get it. Oh, it's okay. Oh my gosh. What? I'm going to also send it to one of our hosts. I'm not going to name her name because I asked her if she wanted to come in, but she's not able to because she's heading to the hospital. Her husband just had some surgery and she's taking care of him. So she can't come in, or she would have been here already. It'd have been awesome. But that's okay. We're going to bring her in again. Either way. And it's okay. It's okay. So if not, you'll just hear me ramble all day. You know what I mean? If not, you'll just hear me ramble. But I'm telling you, I'm finding somebody. Hey, Michael, if you're still there, you want to come in, darling? If you're still on and listening, I don't know if you still are or not. If not, what I'm going to do is a few readings, guys, for anybody that's out there and about there. And we'll just do a couple of reading shows this week. How's that sound? Because I'm kind of feeling up for that either way. So I've sent my last message, and I don't want to keep looking. It's sort of fun to watch. I'm sure it is. I've sent out one more message to somebody if they want to come in and talk to me today. If not, we're just going to do a reading show and kind of turn it into that. You know what I mean? Because we all know I love to talk anyway, and who can talk longer and more than I can? I don't think anybody can. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody on this world has got it more of a mouth than I do, and that can talk more than I do. So, I'm just seeing if the last person I messaged literally walked off of Facebook not long ago. Diana, Michael, I know, I'm screaming Michael. Do you think Michael's gonna? I don't know if Michael jumped off the show or what's going on. I don't know what's going on there, darling. So, I can't even think of names right now. Isn't that crazy? I can't even think of names right now. Kim, how do I fix this? She's funny. Oh, let me send Kim a message. I just what about Todd? LOL. Todd was my first thought, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Because you know what? I would love to bring Todd in. Todd, do you want to come in? We can talk paranormal all day long. I'm telling you. I think we got our person if he'll come in with his voice at least. You know. Either way, I'll do a reading show. I only know one person that keeps up with DeEtte, and she's not on the side. That is so true, Tim. Isn't that awful? I can talk and talk and talk. I'll tell you what. So I'm going to tell you until we figure out something, or I've got somebody coming in. Do me a favor, send me some questions, and I will literally just do some card readings. How's that sound, everybody? How does that sound? Anybody got questions out there? And we will do that. No? Oh my God, guys, you are not helping me here today. You guys are not helping me here today. Nobody has helped me here today, guys. I need your help. Who's got a question out there? Let's do some cards. Let's do some questions. Let's go. No questions, just help. Okay, darling, let's pull a card for help. Okay, let's pull a card for help. Which card? Which card? Let's do Denise Lynn's help cards. I like these cards. Debating two different classes. Should I take them? Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's make this a party. Let's make this a party. Let's make this a survivor's party. You like this? The Lord, you know, they said for me to go inner, to look within, to declutter, to not be afraid of my future, not to be afraid of anything. Here I am, guys. We are rocking it. We are doing it. Life is good. And that's okay. So we're turning this into a reading show, and we're going to watch me we're done fumbling. Let's do this. So Tim, help, just help. Ooh, just help. Oh, wow. Tim, you got my head going all kind of fuzzy. Do you know that? You got my head going all kind of fuzzy on there. What are you doing to me, Tim? I'm going to tell you right off the bat, everything that's going on. Do readings. Todd says, I want one. Okay, Todd, we're going to pull one for you too. So, Tim, right off the bat, I'm telling you what, you got me all fuzzy in the head. Mouth is really dried up. I want to tell you right off the bat, it feels like you need to start taking care of the core you, okay? Core you. Because not only does it feel as if you've got your head spinning, you've got your head spinning, but it does feel as if you got a lot going on in that head. And I know you sent me a message today, but I feel like even with the realization of everything that's going on with you, I feel like there's just so much pouring in now. So it's like you've come to the realization of, oh my God, this is what I have to do. But now it's all flooding in, isn't it? It's crazy. It's just flooding in. It's crazy. It's what it's doing to your head. But I feel like your body needs to catch up to this. Your body needs to catch up to this. So as all this information from spirit and your guides and everything else is coming in, and the reality of everybody, the podcasts and everything that you listen to or the teachings, you also need to take care of you. You need to take care of you. So this does mean drinking more fluids, making sure you're up with your medications, getting your rest, all that type of stuff. I do feel like I need to pull you out of the house. And I know you just spent some time on the beach and whatnot, but I feel like I need to pull you back out of the house, get your feet into that earth, the sand outside your house, and really do some grounding, get into that pool of yours, things of that nature. And I feel like that's to pull it in, because just as it is for me, you've been living in spirit and not quite reality. So it's kind of pulling these back together. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you guys. We're going to make a show out of this after all. So, we're going to just kind of do this. So, wonders of the universe, wake up in beauty, wake up in beauty, Tim. I love this wondrous universe, wake up in beauty. What this is telling me is that you just have to literally sit there. I've got to send a message, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I do apologize, guys. Kim is in Florida, dealing with a whole lot in Florida, hasn't had a lot of sleep, and we will bring her on another day. Do not worry about that. But with that waking up to beauty, Tim, walk into beauty, not wake up. I'm going to go with waking up into beauty, but walk into beauty. I love this because really, Tim, it's looking at the magic and the mystery of the whole world. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just look at everything as being very magical, very amazing. Okay. So look at that aspect. Okay. And know that everything is going to be perfect. I'm trying to message and I'm not doing the best. So hopefully that makes sense, Tim, and hopefully helps you a little bit. Okay. So let's go on to Miss Lori. Miss Lori, let's do debating two different classes. Should I take them? God, Lori, I love the fact that you're really pondering this, that you're really looking at this, that you're going in and figuring this out for you. Okay. Because I do feel like maybe for the first time, yeah, like I said, Kim is just coming back with a lot of, she's so sorry. And you know what? She's not in linear time, guys, right now. She's just with the hurricane and everything else. Her whole team is over in Dubai filming, and she is here with the fallout of the hurricane. So again, she deeply, deeply regrets and apologizes. And I'm going to bring her back in November. If God bless it, she will come back and we will do it then when life is a little calmer. So, please let's send Kim and her team and everybody lots of prayers, guys, because she runs a production. She does run a production company. So no worries with that. And I'll introduce you. Just not supposed to be in October. We'll bring her back in December, in November or December, whatever her next available date is. So, but Lori, going back to you, I love the fact that you're going within. I love the fact that you're in here and you're not just rushing into things. You're contemplating what's best for me, what's best for this. I feel like you are trying to listen to, I'm going to say trying to listen to spirit, because I feel like it's there. I feel like you're trying to listen, but you're still kind of blocking yourself, darling. You're still kind of blocking, okay? Because I still hear you going, it's almost like you're fighting with them. You're fighting with your husband. You're fighting with everybody. And you got this block on. I just feel like it's kind of like, why should I do this? Because every time I start doing something, I get blocked again, okay? But I feel like we need to take this like cone off your head. I feel like what is happening is you put on like those noise deafening, like a noise deafening headset. And I feel like I need, and you know how I am with you, Lori. I don't feel like I need to take this off. I need to pull that out like a bra strap and and like boom against your head. But I feel like you need the wake up at the same time. So not a boom, hard boom at you, but a light boom, a little bit of a wake up for you to say, you know what, you're walking into this. And with the classes, you know what, honestly, I see you taking both. I hate to tell you that, but feel you're taking both. And I feel like, thank God you laughed, Lori. I feel like you're taking both, but I don't feel this is a taking both classes because, oh my God, I got to take it and I got it, whatever. I don't feel like it's that. I feel like you taking the class is really jumping you into something of you. It's putting you in, it's making you get more focused to what your passion is, of what you are doing, okay? So it's not necessarily always needing all this knowledge, but it gives you a focus, it gives you a place for you to come back to you being you. And this is you filling your soul, okay? Putting you out in the dirt, I don't think it's going to fill you, although I wish it would. It might, I don't know, but you're in Florida. I know this, so please be careful if you're doing that. But I do feel like you need to fuel your own soul also, okay? So I am hearing both classes. And let's pull a card. Let's pull a card just to see where we're going with this. Just to see what we're going with this, okay? So a drum roll, please. I can't make this up, even if I wanted to. It's the transformation card, Lori. A fresh new way of living emerges, Lori. I want this card. Are you kidding me? Actually, I want the other end of transformation. But transformation, you can't do this, Lori. You have been part of this Phoenix. Just you have already incinerated and you've come back and you are soaring again. You are on that part of this. And that's what this card's about. You are out of the flame. That flame is done. You have reemerged. The Phoenix is bright. It's beautiful. Look at the cards of this Phoenix. And it's just showing you all the light surrounding it. And that is where you're at. And you are on this fresh new start. So you know what? You've got all these abilities. You have all this knowledge. But what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And I do believe this is what these classes are about, to bring you into that fold and just make you glorious. And with that being said, when I come to Florida, darling, we should do a gallery together. Huh? I just seen her face go blue. Anyway, Lori, I hope that helps with you, darling. I hope that helps with you, but I do feel like taking both classes, it's the way to go. Rob, let's do one for you. Let me do one for you, darling. Let me do one for you. Okay. Okay, beautiful. I guess you're taking the platform class. I'll see you Thursday. Oh, I'm letting her know. I apologize, guys. Oh, she is so sorry. Again, she is just still apologizing. Tim, makes a lot of sense. A little over a year ago, a door opened and it seemed that way too much poured in. Before it was just my wife and I, everything seemed calm. It felt like too much changed too fast. Finally figuring out how to stand up in this beautiful storm. Exactly, exactly. And isn't that incredible when that happens? It is so incredible when that happens. I love it. Good morning, Tom. How are you today? Thank you for coming in and joining us. I also I'm going to backtrack up there. I'm not sure if you're still listening. Where are you at? Where are you at? Kevin, if you're still listening, I'm going to pull a card for you after Rob here, because I know you came into a different show, Kevin, and it wasn't a reading show. So I'm going to do that for you, darling, or you didn't jump into the right area. I'm not sure how that was, but I'll pull a card for you if you're still listening there, darling. So Rob, let's do a card for you, Rob. Let's see where we're at in life, okay? And then Diana, I'll come back to you after that, okay? Okay, Rob. I feel like, Rob, I need to do all of the cards. That's okay. So, okay, stay focused, Rob. I know you're laughing about this, Rob, but you've seen I am pulling cards and answering questions, Tom. So put a question in there and I will answer the question and I'll pull a card if you need it. But Rob, Rob, You and me both know. I did not plant this card. Stay focused. Hold the course. I love this card, Rob. This tells me you are on the right path, dear. You are so on the right path. You just need to keep staying that course. Don't doubt. Don't anything. Just stay that course, because you know what? You have bigger and brighter things coming from you for you. And I feel like this is not just things coming into fold. I feel like it's like what you're doing is just going to expand. It's going to flourish. It's going to blossom. It's going to get bigger. Okay. Like everything you've been wanting is there. It's just staying focused to see it come to fruition to you. Okay. Everything you're doing is right. You just got to keep pushing forward. Okay. But again, staying focused. But I think you're personally there already. But I think this card is just saying, hey, you know what? It's just a reaffirmation, or I can't even talk. This is why I need to get in the reality world. This is just an affirmation for you to say, hey, we are doing this. And whatever you woke up this morning, whatever that new idea is for you, it says to keep going with it. Okay. Because I feel like this might be an adding to you what you're already doing, and just keep going in that direction. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And Rob, I keep seeing Florida for you. So I'm not sure if you are looking at an event or a place in Florida to go investigate or whatever it is. Okay, but please do. Perfect, Kevin. But so hopefully that makes sense, Rob. But let me know. I don't know. I just seen Florida for you, Rob, and I think it might be an investigation. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to leave that Florida with you. Okay, Kevin. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I am going to pull a card for you. It'd be my first one from you. Oh, I love that. I love it. So let's do that for you, Kevin. And then Diana, I'll go back up to you. Okay, hon? We got 12 people watching. So come on, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Watch. Do some more. And I mean, that doesn't include Facebook and YouTube and everything else. And who comes to the station. Everything. So Kevin, let's pull a card, see what we got there. Perfect. Fogged in, go slow, take your time, Kevin. I love this card. I love this card. For some reason, Kevin, I feel like you already kind of do this, okay? For some reason, I don't feel like you squirrel all over the place. I feel like you've learned the value of taking your time, taking a moment, not jumping head heels into everything. I think those days are behind you. But I do feel like with you, you're already a person that does this. But I do feel like right now, whatever's going on, we need to make sure that you keep doing it this way, okay? It just feels as if, you know, when you look at this ship, okay? A lot of fog around it, maybe not a lot of sight, not knowing where you're going, kind of, you know, stuff around you going, okay, you know, I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know what's going to go on here, all that type of stuff. So I feel like this just says to stay what your normal study course would be, which is just taking your time step by step, knowing that when you put it all together like this team, you know, this boat is not going to go if they are not rowing together, you know, but they have to take it slowly, because you know what, when you're fogged in, you can't always see. Okay. So do take your time. Know that you're going to come through whatever it is that's going on with you. Know that you're going to pull out on the other side of this, and you're going to come through it unscathed. You're going to have open waters ahead of you. You just have to take it step by step to get there. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense for whatever. I know this sounds really kind of generic, Kevin, but hopefully it makes sense to you and what is pertaining to your life right now. Okay. I also want to tell you though, Kevin, I feel like with the navigation, you have to look to spirit a little bit more. Not sure if you're a person that looks to spirit, but it's kind of like your guide. I'm going to put your guide, your loved ones, God, whatever you want to in that bucket of what spirit is, because it's a whole lot of different things, into that bucket of spirit. And I want you, think you live life moment to moment. I love that. But I feel like you need to start living some more with listening through spirit, your guide, your loved ones, whatever it is. I feel like you have a lot of intuition, which I will tell you what is also kind of blowing smoke up people's butts, because everybody's got intuition. It's just a matter of how much of it you use. And I feel like you need to kind of rely on a little bit more of that, bring more of that in, okay, and then to study that course, okay, because I feel like they're going to help you navigate. I feel like you're pretty much on a straight and narrow path, but it's just navigating, you know, kind of like you're going down the river, navigating around the log that fell in, navigating around the rock as it got a little shallow there, that type of stuff. So just small bumps, nothing major, But I do feel like a lot of stuff is just steady course, and you really being able to enjoy the scenery, because I feel like that ship or that fogged area is kind of coming out, and I feel as if you're going to be able to see more of the fruits of your effort. So hopefully that makes sense, dear. This is my first time watching live. How do I know and understand what my path is or should be? I will look at that in a second. Let me go up to Diana first. I need to get back on path here. I need to star some of these. I'm starring them so I know where we're at here. If I don't star them, then what happens is I lose track. I lose track of where I'm at, and then I don't know what I'm doing. So, and we all seen my squirreling earlier. We don't want squirreling, do we? So I'm going to put these comments up because I can. So Diana, will I take a general? I will take a general card from Spirit, please, and thank you. You got it. You got it, Diana. I feel like I got to pull these other cards. I don't know why. I already seen these in my head, Diana, and I felt like, oh my God, I got to go there for you. So that's what I'm going to do. The wordy cards, Diana, the wordy cards. I do love these cards. We already know I love the Beyond Lumera cards. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I don't care. I don't care. If I am, Izzy Ivy will get a hold of me and say you're saying it wrong. So let's pull one of these, Diana, for you. Okay? Oh my gosh, look at that gorgeous card. Green face, but gorgeousness. Just beautiful. It says, she of the lotus. If there is a way to fast track growth, it is by being real with the shadowy or unloved parts of ourselves. Shadows can be painful or tender to touch. Sensitivity can be a trigger that shows us where we might want to spring clean some of our darker, forgotten, ignored, or hidden corners. Accepting our shadows is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wholeness in self-love. Peel back the layers where there is shame, guilt, or fear, and bring them into the daylight. Understanding a loving and compassionate light, you will resolve and re-assimilate, reminding us that on the flip side of the coin, these are our superpowers. This card, I think Dinah is telling you this whole show was literally, for you to listen to, because this show really is. And today, and this card is telling you that, hey, it is time for you to go in here and do some decluttering, darling. It is time for you to go in there and realize that all that is you is really what is going to bring you through. Okay, it's really what's going to bring you through. It's bringing you out. It's finding you to go a little bit deeper, to heal a little bit more, explore who you are, and then come back out on the flip side. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, darling. Hopefully that helps a little bit, and we're going to go from there. Okay. Okay, let's take this off. Let's hide it. Let's unstar it. I'm going to put this up. I don't know who this person is. It just says Facebook user because it does not let me privy to that. It says, what advice does Spirit have for me regarding my current job and or finishing my house remodel to sell as ASAP? Well, that is two cards. Great to see you Saturday. Okay, now I know who this is. Okay, darling. Okay. Two different questions. Let's kind of look at this two different ways. Okay. Well, I'm kind of trying to separate the questions, but it's really not letting me to, because I feel as if, let's go to the house first. Let's go to the house first, because I feel like that has turned into a love of labor. I don't know if that makes sense. A love of labor. Good morning, Miss Honey. Everybody's loving Honey. I love it. So I do feel as if that the house has become a labor of love for you. I know you're kind of laughing at me with that, but it does feel like it's kind of a labor of love in the sense of, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's all of that. But I do feel like with that, it is kind of like you're working through some of your own crap. You're working through some of your own stuff. You're digging deeper. You know what, as you're beating down a wall or building up a kitchen or whatever it is that you're doing, you're actually, you know what, you're beating down your own personal walls. You're beating down your own stuff. You're rebuilding yourself. And when you're finally done, you're going to look at it and you're going to look at the house like, it's just time to get rid of this crap. I don't want to call it crap because I think it's probably a beautiful home. But it does feel like you're going to get there. But I do want to say, well, while you're working on the house, realize that you're going inward to work on a lot on yourself also. Okay. And I do feel, I am hearing sell. So it does feel as if you're working on that to kind of kind of do that, okay? To kind of get rid of it. I'm not sure if it's an ASAP type of thing or if you're just kind of moving through the gears of it, because I do feel like it's a representation of working on yourself also. Okay. But with that being said, I think the reason I needed to start with the house is because right after I hear that, I hear move, move, move. So I'm almost wondering, how happy are you with your job or the location of where you're living at? Because I'm hearing the move. So what I have a feeling that what's going to happen is about the time you get done with the house, about the time you sell the house, you're going to have aspirations of going someplace else. Okay. Kind of like a total change up your life, go someplace else type of thing. I feel like the job is like a whatever type of job. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Gina, I figured it was, darling. Um, I do feel as if that at that point you're gonna go, okay, it's time to move. It's time to go. Okay. So I feel like what is happening with you is you are literally going through this process of as you're doing your house, as you're doing all that, you're working on yourself, you're dealing with a lot of these inward things, things of that nature. And when you finally get done, when you finally sell, you're going to go, that job, you- finger in between, that broke off. I broke a fingernail. Anyway, so fitting right now. But that's what it feels like it's going to happen when you are done. Okay. I did. I'm getting so much night. I'm trying to filter my mouth, Anne. I'm trying to filter my mouth. Okay. But I do feel like that's what's going to happen, darling. So don't be too surprised if when you're done selling your house, that you're done and you just walk away from your job too and just completely move from where you're at. Don't know if it's going to be to the next city over or the next state over or where it's at, but right now I'm just hearing a move. Okay. So I think that's answering both questions. But let's pull a card for that. And it says narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. So when it says tread thoughtfully, it is all about looking at yourself. It is all about you going, you know what? I'm going to rebuild me. I'm going to work on me. Okay. So think about what you're doing as you're going. Be nice to yourself and keep working on this path. Don't be too hard because I know life sometimes can get kind of hard. It can be really kind of difficult, but know that you're fine, that you're going to get on that. Okay. So hopefully that helps Miss Gina. I'm going to take that off and we're going to go on to our next question. Okay. Do. Doing well, doing well. Tom, I'm going to put your name up there because it's already in the comments anyway. So Tom asks, okay, thank you. I would love for you to answer a question for me. I'm pretty new to my awakening and have received a ton of abilities, but they have all rushed me like drinking water through a fire hose. Yeah, I know that feeling. Just wondering if there's any insight on what I should focus on: protecting others, healing, helping others, just looking for a possible focus you might see me moving toward. And thank you. You are so welcome. And you know what, Tom, I'm going to tell you what, this happens to so many people. This is honestly one of the major reasons that I teach, okay, is because when those gates start to open, we either have two things that happen. Either we have tickle tummies. When I talk about the tickle tummies, it's that little bit of, oh, I think I feel this, but I don't know what it is. Or we have this bum rush of stuff that just comes flying at us and we're going, oh my God, I don't know if I can handle life or not. Okay. I'm glad you dropped in. You were told you were a drop-in. That's always a possibility. That really is a possibility, Tom. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you is the world of metaphysical, the world of abilities, they're very vast. It's huge. It's very vast. What I'm going to tell you and what I feel like you do is hone in on your specific abilities right off the bat. And what I mean by specific is those psychic mediumship type abilities. So it's you're seeing, you're hearing, you're feeling, and you're knowing. Get those down so that you have a little bit of control so you don't feel like you're going insane. Okay. Because what happens when we awaken, we're hearing spirit, we're hearing our guides, we're hearing our loved ones, we're getting everybody's energy, we're all over the place. And I feel like you need to have some control to go, stop. Not that you don't want the world to stop, you don't want this to stop, but you want some control. We want some control. We want to say, this is my body. I have control of it. And I will listen, but only when I want to listen. And I don't have to listen to you all the time. So it feels like you have to hone those abilities, okay, on that aspect. I do also feel as if, Tom, that you are going to go on to that you know what? I feel like you'll start the path of being that psychic medium type person, but I do see as as you're learning those abilities, you're going to branch off. And what I mean by that is you're going to become your own person, your own soul within the world of this, okay? It's so funny because what I'm seeing is a gentleman that I know that reads trees. Really weird, but reads trees. I can't say it's weird because he's really awesome about it. But he does tree readings. He worked in the tree industry, landscaping for a lifetime. And when his abilities came in, they actually came in the form of different trees. So he has learned all about trees, their spiritual meaning, all of that stuff. And he does these amazing readings. Not to say you're going to be working with trees, but you are going to work with you and you are going to go into your own direction of where you're supposed to be. So don't feel as if you have to take this on right now. Don't feel as if you got to do everything, anything for everybody all over the place, because that's not what the name of this game is. Right now, they're just saying, hey, wake up. We got you. You know what? You're not going crazy, even though you might feel like you are sometimes. But it is about just honing in on some of those abilities. Either find a good book, find a teacher, somebody you resonate with. I teach, there's a lot of other teachers out there. Find somebody that you resonate with that can really allow you to become you within you. Okay. Don't ever let a teacher say you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, because that's really not the nature of the game here. We're all individual. And then you allow you to develop on its own. Trust me that path is going to open up for you either way. I also feel like you need to take care of your back. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to tell you to take care of your back, because sitting with you, my lower back is starting to strain a little bit. Okay. I'm going to pull a card for you also, Tom, just to kind of help with that, or to help make sense of it a little bit better. Thank you. I'm also going to tell you, Tom, you need to start drinking more water, not just for physicality, but because of your connection with spirit. Because I feel like I feel like nobody's taught you how to take care of the body when you're connecting with all this stuff. And I feel like you're getting a little bit behind the game. So I feel like you might be getting a little too thirsty, maybe a little too hungry. I'm not sure if you're just wanting carbs, what's going on. But I feel as if you need some knowledge. So right off the bat, I want you to start drinking more water, eat some avocados, things with magnesium, potassium, things of that nature, to get your body more in line with able to do the work. Okay. So that's just kind of 101 for taking care of yourself. Very small amount of it. But I think that's going to help you tremendously. Okay. I also feel that your sense of feeling is huge. Oh, I threw on my back and was put out a military dude to my back. And yes, I'm looking for a person for guys. Oh my God. Yeah, Tom. You know what? Go ahead, go to my website, Tom, or send me a PM and we can talk a lot. If I resonate with you for a teacher, awesome. If not, I will help you find one that resonates with you. Whichever way you feel. But I do feel like this is a good direction for you. I really do. But building that feeling a sense, feeling of feeling things, I just feel like you must, very empathic, feeling everything. Because also sitting with you, my stomach is going, like I feel like I'm taking on the world all over the place, like very empathic, taking everything, everybody's emotions, everybody's feelings. And when they come in, that gets very discombobulated and we stop feeling what we truly feel versus what everybody else is feeling. And it can come in with anxiety or anger or all those heightened feelings. Okay. And I feel like we need to work with that with you, just to kind of put a blockage, a barrier between you and the rest of the world, and for you to start really building up some of those feelings, or making more sense of the feelings, not building them up. You're already feeling it, but making more sense of them. Okay. So let's pull a card for you, Tom, and see where we're sitting with that. There we go. It says overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. You see me, everybody, you see me shuffling these things, right? You see me. Okay, so overcoming obstacles. I love this, Tom. This really is just telling you one thing after another after another. These are all small obstacles. You know how to overcome these, but it's one at a time. It's one at a time. Allow things to happen. You know what? When you put a ton of rocks in a road, you know what? It's pretty, you can either try to climb up over the rocks and get past it, but it's very dangerous to try to do that. But when you look at it and you go, you know what, I'm going to deal with one rock at a time, all of a sudden life gets a little easier, doesn't it? You just got to deal with one thing at a time and let the rest unfold itself. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, when you're undoing these obstacles one at a time, say you are walking through this road and you find all these rocks, and yes, it's a beautiful picture to look at, but you see all these rocks. Okay. You can try to go up and over it. Probably it's not going to be dangerous because you can have some small rocks, some big rocks. Footing's not going to be great, and you might break a leg on the way over. But if you take out the rocks one by one and you deal with them one by one and you put them over here out of your way, by the time you've gotten done with all these rocks, all these small little obstacles, and you put them over here, all of a sudden you look over and you built a house. You built something else with these rocks. And that's what you're doing right now. With all these gifts, what you're going to do is you're going to hone these gifts. You're going to hone these abilities one by one. And as you're doing that, you are going to form into something you didn't even know you had. You didn't even know what you were. And it's going to be amazing as you do this, okay? But I'm going to tell you, it's a frustrating road. But it's not until you get 6 months out or a year out or whatever, when you look back and you go, holy crap, look what I've become. And you didn't know the transformation, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. We're going to go. I need to get back on path here. I clicked on, instead of clicking there, I clicked there, and I shouldn't have. I am putting my website up for you or anybody to click on. Oh my God. Putting that in the comments. So Tom, I put my website in the comments, Tom, for you to go and look at. I'm going to put it up on screen for a minute. So anybody else that wants to see it or go to it for, book a full reading if you'd like, or a class, whatever. As you know, I teach a lot. Tom, I greatly appreciate you reading it. I will find you and reach out to you. I appreciate, offer much love. There you go. So I put my website up there for anybody that wants to look into classes with me and or a longer reading, because these are just short little tidbits like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Touches of love. Obviously, full readings are a lot more extensive, a lot more deeper, and a lot more, oh my God, because I can say things in person that I can't say out loud to the world. Okay. So there's my website. I'll bring it back up in a moment. Okay. So I have somebody, and I'm not going to bring this next one up because it just says Facebook user that says, this is my first time watching you live. How do I know and understand what my path is or should be? Well, first you take a drink. It's tea. It's iced tea, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. So thank you, Tom, for letting me know it was Gina. She PM'd me also. So God bless her heart. Diana, I love that. And it makes sense so much. Thank you. You are so welcome, darling. You are so welcome. I am starring whoever else has come on here. Just because it's a last minute reading show, guys, I'm doing a lot more in depth than I normally do on a show, and going from there. But hey, lucky us. And it looks like I am going to be calling Kim in a little bit today to talk to her. She's got a show idea. So whatever we're going to do is going to be big and bold and amazing, because you don't even know Kim. Kim does nothing small. Kim is huge, and I love her. You know what? It's just, good morning, Miss Julie. And I'll tell you what, it just shows when she comes, you know what, everything is for a reason. Apparently people needed some readings today, huh? And I needed to bring both worlds together, because this radio show is my reality. Readings are my spirit, and it brings it together. So there we go, starting my week off right. And then, guys, I got 2 more reading shows this week. I have one tomorrow night again with WLTK-DB.com. That is Unfiltered with DeEtte, DeEtte Ranae, Unfiltered with me, guys, Unfiltered with DeEtte Ranae. That's on at 7 or 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Same station, same place, different time, obviously. And then I'm going to do a shout out to my other show I just started last week, which is on Spirit Realm Network. That is Spiritual Truth with DeEtte. That's on at 6 p.m. And you do have to go to spiritrealm.net. And log into that one for me to be, although it does stream live on Facebook, I don't actually take the questions off of Facebook. I take those questions off the network itself. So you actually have to click into the network, sign in, join the live chat, the live show and the chat, and then I take all the questions off of there. So beautiful way of doing it. I love both ways, so nose itch. So we have 2 more times this week. You can get readings with me online. Okay. So with that being said, let's just do this. Okay, Facebook user watching for a first time. How do I know and understand what my path is or should be? At first, I'm going to pull a card, then we're going to bridge from that. Empaths, reflect, direct, and your energy. I like this card. I love this card here for you. Okay. How my nose is using nose with my nose doing this. Okay. About roaring my makeup right off my face. This tells me that number one, how do you know what your path should be? What should be, whatever. Reflect and redirect your energy. I like this card because when you're looking at this, it really is about going inward to yourself. Okay. I could sit there and do a reading, go, oh my God, I think you're a medium. Oh my God, I think you're an engineer, blah, blah, blah. I could do that. Yes, 110%. But I'm also going to tell you within that reading that you need to go inward. I can bring out everything I see. I can bring out all those things that I see, all those things I can feel, and really bring you into that fruition of understanding those things. Okay. But what I'm going to tell you at the end of the day is you have to go into yourself. You have to take the knowledge that you have of you. You have to take the knowledge of maybe a reader gives you or somebody else or the school counselor, when you were in ninth grade, whatever it be. And you have to see what's best for yourself. Okay. So it's a reflection onto yourself. It's reflecting. It's going in here and going, okay, who am I? What am I? And then coming back out that, okay? And then redirecting yourself towards that. So I'm going to give you a little, because I keep showing my life, and maybe this makes sense to you. And I will tell you what, with my own life, so basically on it, hey, SRN sister, we are. You can see on A and SRN too, which is awesome. So, but I will tell you what, with my own life, and this is what they're showing me is, I started this world, knowing I was probably going to be a reader. I mean, at a young age, reader with a psychic or mediumship or whatever it was going to be. But I really had a long path before I became this, before I turned into this. And it was a long life of dabbling with things. And it was a long life of getting into the medical field. And then I got into Reiki, my gateway drug, because everything's got a gateway drug. And that's what I did. I jumped into it that way. But when I started doing readings, I tried to say, nope, not touching healing. I am not a healer. I would scream, I'm not a healer. I'm not an intuitive. I'm not a healer. I didn't like either one of those words at all. And then I went to Mexico. Oh, back in 2000, well, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, God, just almost 5 years ago directly. It'll be November. I need to go back. Spirit just told me I need to go back. Let's go back. Let's go to Mexico. We'll be totally healing. Let's do a retreat. Let's do a Mexican retreat. Mexico retreat on a reservation, a resort. Need to go back. Need to do a retreat in Mexico. But anyway, I went to Mexico. And as we were driving from the airport to the resort, which is about an hour drive, I seen so much. God, I just seen so much. You really see the ins and outs of Mexico in this drive because there's so many different communities. And as I was looking through it, I literally went, why am I seeing this? And I literally, in my head, I was like, why am I seeing this? And Spirit told me, because you're a healer. The one thing I did not want to be, I was told. Whoa, pretty huge, pretty huge. Now, mind you, I was already a professional psychic medium. I was already a Reiki person. I already did this. I just didn't want to accept that. And by the time I came back from Mexico, I'd embraced, I am a healer. I had embraced it. It was amazing. Because when I came back, I found out my path. Yes, I could do healings, energy work. And yes, I could be a psychic. And yes, I could be a medium. And yes, I was a medical intuitive. But at the end of the day, my path was I was a healer. I did healings. Whether it be through energy work or information I received through my abilities, I show up to help people heal. I show up to help spirit heal. But it took me a long time to realize that was my path. I fought it. I redirected it. I did everything not to be that. But when I finally shushed, I finally asked the question, why? I finally went in and I finally heard, this is what I am. That's the direction I ended up going. And I will tell you what, I was able to give up nursing. I was able to get everything else. And I was able to go down this pathway. And I will tell you what, at the end of the day, this is the best thing I have. When I do a reading and you cry, ooh, I just sink my teeth into it because I see those tears are healing. And it's amazing. And that's how you're going to find your path. That is how you're going to find your path, is literally You're going to go in here and say, okay, what is it? Who am I? Why am I having this life? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why am I having this life? And the answer is going to be right in front of you, just as plainly as a candle in front of you on the table. All you have to do is light it. Just light that candle and see your answer, because you know who you are and you know what you need to do. So reflect on yourself, reflect on your life, and then redirect the energy to straight to exactly who you are. Own to that and embrace it. Okay? Hopefully that helped. Hopefully that helped. And I don't know who it was because it didn't show me your name, darling. So there you go. So let's go on to Miss Anne. Let's go on to Miss Anne. I love Anne. I am open to a card if you have time. Well, Anne, actually, we're going to take a commercial break really quick. And when I come back, I'm going to answer your question. This is DeEtte Ranae on Schooled Thru Spirit with WLTK-DB.com. I'll see you in a few. Well, hello, this is DeEtte. I'm back here with Schooled Thru Spirit on WLTK-DB.com. I think I surprised my 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 producer. I said, let's go to break. Let's go to break. Oh, I know, Miss Anne. She said, I love you too. And we are not going to be sisters in this weekend. I'm so sad by that. I'm so sad. I was supposed to be at Vulture City this weekend in Arizona. A lot of things happen in life that really just, it was one obstacle after another, and I met each obstacle, found a way, and then one came in I couldn't get over. And I had to cancel at Vulture City this weekend, guys. I am so sorry, will not be there. Please, everybody that was going to come see me, go see Miss Anne, because she's amazing. And Anne, I will be there next year because I already talked to them. I talked to the people that run Vulture City, and we're going to transfer everything to next year because they are beautiful, loving, understanding people that my family has to come first right now. And I just have to stay in Wisconsin through this. So I will be there with you next year, Miss Anne, and let's just plan a room together right off the bat, and we will rock it. We'll go for an extra day. How's that sound? An extra day. So Anne, this card is for you, my love. This card is for you, my love. Oh my gosh, let's do this. Good thing I already did the weekly reading, huh? So a card for Miss Anne. A card for Miss Anne. Oh my gosh. I wish I was with you this last weekend too, Anne. Oh my God. I wish I was with you this last weekend. That looked like so much fun. Wasn't this last weekend you were advertising? Delta Hotel, Delta, whatever it was. Oh my God. I want to go there. Virginia City, I think it was. I want to go there. Oh my God. It looked like so much fun. Did you get to like dress up? That was so awesome. I wanted to go there with you. Can I say it again? I want to go there with you, Anne. Anne is such a rock star. I love her. Okay, Anne, this card's for you, my dear. This card's for you. Okay, let's pull it. Let's pull it. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. I love this. I'm driving there next weekend. Oh my God. Next year. I need to find out where both of these places are, Anne. We just need to do a tour schedule together next year, Anne. We just got to figure out where we're going to go in the world, and we'll just find places to meet and hook up and drive to and room together and do readings and everything. But wandering path, Anne, enjoy the journey. I love this because I feel like this card particular, especially when you say I'm driving there next weekend, it's all about all the places you're going and all the things you're doing. And yeah, you feel like you're like all over the place. I'm like, oh my God. Like you go, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just showing up. But that's what this journey is about, isn't it? It is going wherever you need it. And it's about getting your name out there and driving to this state and going to that state and flying to this state and all over the place. And I think I could probably pull the same card for myself. But it's being everywhere and anywhere. Okay. But this path, it doesn't mean that you're off the path. It means that every stop along is part of your journey. Every stop is building you a bigger name. Every stop is hooking you up with more people, and it's helping you to help more people and help other people on this crazy journey called life. And I do believe that's what this card is about and what your world's about right now. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I love that. I love that. So enjoy the journey, darling. Just enjoy this crazy world you're in and enjoy it. She says, I am working the boardwalk all week and then Delta Saloon, Virginia City, Nevada Gallery, October 14th and 20th. That is so awesome. I don't know how you got that gig, but I want to do it next year. I love it. I love it. Okay, Miss Annie, I hope you enjoyed that card, my dear. Let's go on to Miss Michelle. Let's go on to Miss Michelle. I would love a card. Feeling uneasy. You are welcome, dear. Let's do this for you. Okay, Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle. Let's pull a card for you, Miss Michelle. Okay. Good morning, Miss Stephanie. Good morning, my love. Good morning. I was going to wake you up an hour and a half. Well, you would have been awake, but I was going to reach out an hour and a half ago, darling. And then something said, do a reading show. And I said, okay, let's do a reading show. So, Miss Michelle, let's do a card for you, darling. Let's pull a card. Oh my God, Michelle, what is going on with you, dear? I feel like I'm all over all of a sudden I feel uneasy. I'm like, I know you said you're uneasy, but holy crap, lady. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, you got my head spinning. My head is going, ding, and my mouth is dry, and all this is going on, and my ears are blowing up, and it feels like you've got spirit coming in, and guides, and loved ones, and on the other side, and this side, and everything is all over the place. And it's I love it. Last person I asked, hey, do you want to come on? In the comment, wrote back, sorry, can't today. So see, this is exactly how it was supposed to be, guys. Just us and some cards, some insight. So, looking within. So yes, Miss Michelle, you feel like you really are all over the place. Like you don't know if you're coming or going half the time is what it feels like. Okay. Oh, I love, love, love you too, Miss Anne. I love, love, love you too, darling. So let's pull a card for you, Miss Michelle. Let's pull a card. Let's see where we're doing here. Okay. See where we're going. It's passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Okay. Savor your life. The weird thing is, I know this card doesn't seem like it fits with what I know it doesn't feel like it fits with what I'm feeling, but I'm going to tell you it does. It really does fit with what I'm feeling. And I do feel like some of this uneasiness is feeling like everything's coming in, everything's too much, everything's all over the place. I feel like you've got, like, again, you're getting hit by a million different things and it's all in here. And it feels like one thing, it's kind of like that straw that broke the camel's back type of thing. Okay. It feels like it's kind of that aspect, but I feel like when you take all that, you just go and you throw it all over here. Okay. You just throw it over here. Remember when I was talking about building, taking the obstacles of the rocks off? I just feel like you need to take this suit of meat or whatever it is that you're wearing and throw it off over here and say, you know what? I'm not dealing with all this all at once. Okay. All at once. I feel like you need to start getting back to enjoying you, enjoying your life, enjoying your passions. Okay. Enjoying your passions, whether that is, needlework or painting or going to work or children or grandchildren or whatever this is in this world. You might be a mechanic for all I know, but start enjoying your passions. Okay. Start enjoying your life. What fills you? What fuels you? Enjoy that. Okay. And once you start to enjoy that, you can start looking at the rest of the stuff that's been thrown on you. Okay. The rest of the stuff that's been thrown on you and just kind of bring it back to your fold of you. Okay. And I feel like that's going to help that uneasy, because once you do that and you get all the rest of the worries and everything else off of you, when that uneasy feeling comes in, you're going to know it's just you. What is this uneasy feeling for yourself? Not everything else that's coming at you. Because right now, I feel like that is just one too many things coming at you. And you need to pull it off and put it over here and just deal with this. Okay. So go back to your center. Go back to what fuels you, what fills your soul, and then come back at it. Okay, hon? Hopefully that makes sense for you. I want to do a quick one for, and that was for Miss Michelle. I want to do a quick one for Todd because I said I would. He's the one that said, do a reading show. And then he said he would love one. So I'm going to pull a card for Todd. Mr. Todd, because I feel he needs a card. And then I'm going to have time for the last two because then I have two more after that. And then we're going to call it a day, guys. Okay. So Julie, you're going to be my last reading for the day after Todd. And then we're going to go from there. And I'm going to say thank you guys for jumping in and asking these questions and making this just an amazing show of advice and love and laughter and so much fun. And remember, guys, if you do want a full reading, please go to DeEtteRanae.com. You can book a reading there. If you want a class, please go there to book those classes or inquire about classes. Again, go to my Facebook site, my business one, my public figure one, which is DeEtte Ranae Psychic Medium. Trying to get up to 10,000 followers there, guys. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not. We've been pulling up 7,000 to 8,000 followers a week in this show alone. So I know everybody can go there. And when I hit that 10,000 mark, I'm going to give an hour-long reading away for free. Kind of a thank you for showing up type of thing. And following me and being part of my life and trusting and believing me. And then at that point, when we hit that 10,000 mark, it's just not going to be one reading. I'm going to start doing some more interesting things on there, guys. Start doing some more interesting things, bringing people into the fold, all that wonderful stuff. So make me want that page. Make me want to interact with that page. Let's build it. Let's grow it. So, Miss Louise. Here is a card for you, my dear. Here's a card. Okay, it is Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. I love that. For some reason, you are receiving this card, darling, and I feel as if you need this card. You need this card. I feel as if some part of you in here is kind of blocked, darling. I feel like it's blocked between the upper heart chakra and the lower throat chakra, and I just feel like you hold on right here. And I feel like this. I feel like you feel stuck in life, like you're stuck. You don't know if you're kind of coming or going sometimes. I feel like you need to finish this little bit of healing. You need to finish letting go of it through the throat chakra. Take some deep breaths and realize that any situation that you have in front of you really can just go. Oh, thank you, Lori, for putting that up, darling. You really can just go, let it free, let it out, and blow love into it. I know that sounds really so cheesy, but like I explained to people, when you have situations that feel they're blocked, you have situations where you feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. Think about love. Think about sending love to that. Know that it flows through you. And when it does flow through you and you push it onto something else, all of a sudden you're going to see that path open up. You're going to see things happening that are much more positive, okay? And with as cheesy as that sounds, it's kind of like going back to church and prayer, okay? Prayer is really intention. Prayer is those positive thoughts of please, thank yous, and throwing love and throwing gracious and gratitude to it, okay? And that's what you need to do to get through this block that is kind of holding you back. Think those positives. Think about love. Think about pushing that through your own being and pushing this out and help yourself to heal, darling. So here's the picture for that, and hopefully this helps. And I'm going to tell you with this, I feel like you need to go at the same time, just like she's doing. It's a physical intention because as we know in this world of ours, because we are 3D people in a 2D world per se, sometimes we have to have a solid image in our head. So blow some love, darling. Blow some love. Hopefully that helps, dear. Okay, on to Miss Julie. Do you have a card for me today? Still not sure what's going on with my 1-year-old granddaughter. Okay, let's pull a card, darling. See what happens there. I'm gonna take a drink. I get that, Louise. I get that. So you know what? Hon? Doesn't mean you have to go back to the old career. Does not mean you have to go back to the old career. Know that you're stuck. Know that that's okay. But go into your heart center. Heal this. You know what? Let go of the not wanting to go back. Let go. It's kind of like a change of attitude, change of heart. It's not that you're going back, but let go of that. I don't want to go back. And then allow something else to come in. Allow something else to come in because it's going to. It's going to, okay? Trust in that. So, Miss Julie. Okay. A card for you, my dear. A card for you. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Okay. I love this card because you know what? This card it means so much to me. And I talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the show. But grounding is really important. And grounding it's more, how do I do this? So grounding is it's a very generic term. Let's just say what it is. It's a very generic term. We always say go ground yourself, change your attitude, go ground yourself, get a new attitude, go ground yourself. If you're in a bad mood, go ground yourself. And everybody goes, oh my God, what the hell is grounding? It really is a releasement. It is a releasement. And the best way to ground really is to get into nature. I'm not going to lie about it. You know what? If you don't want to go play in the dirt, that's fine. Put some black tourmaline in your pockets or hold it into your hands, or bring some selenite around you, something that actually kind of cleanses that energy and kind of go forward. Okay. But I do feel the grounding part for you is really connecting to that earth, connecting to the ground, connecting, allowing frustration, allowing just junk to release from you and let it go. I do feel like do this with the 1-year-old also. Okay. I know you're going, but it's one. It doesn't mean that you have to get out there and go woosa with the baby, okay? But sometimes they will even show you when a colic baby, some doctors have researched this, when you have a baby that's colic, when they go out in the ground, they get into the earth, they get outside, they refill themselves, you'll hear the crying stop, find out the belly pain has gone away and the gas is going to start flowing, okay? So allow you and this child, or the mother, the father in you and this child, to ground yourself and allow it just to release. Does that make sense to you? Allow yourself to be renewed. Okay. And when you're exploring and letting this go, and I know the child may not do this, but you can do this, or the parents can do this, allow that fresh feeling to come back up. So when you're grounded and you're letting the frustration go into the earth, and you can feel it, you can actually sit there and just kind of take some deep breaths, and you will feel it just drain from your body into the earth. It's really cool. Then take another step out and then let it refill you with fresh. Let it refill you with fresh. But help the baby do the same thing. And again, with the baby, all it is taking the baby outside, allowing it to sit in the grass, allowing it to touch the earth. It knows what to do on its own. We don't need to teach it. We don't need to explain to it. It's going to do it itself. Okay? So, and for yourself, darling, I feel like you need a recharge or reset. So hopefully that helps with you, dear. Okay. I'm going to run some really quick cards for these last two people. And then I promise Julie was going to be my last one, but I feel so bad leaving a couple of there. So I'm going to do Sylvia really quick, just doing a card without a big, deep explanation. And then we're going to do Jamie Lynn. And then you're welcome, hon. I'm glad it makes sense, darling. Let's do Sylvia really quick. Sylvia, ascending the mountain, keeping going forward. I like this. Apparently your path right now feels like you're going up, 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 up. Like, oh my God, will I ever get to the top? Oh my God, will I ever get through this? Will I ever get over this? Will I ever get it behind me? You know what I mean? It's what this feels like about. With that being said, I do feel like it is. Keep going forward, keep pushing through, and keep moving on, okay? I see you just said maybe job opportunities. I do feel like there is a job change. I don't know what this is about. Don't know if you currently have a job and you're changing jobs, or if you're just looking at swapping past to something else within your designated field. And what I mean by that just means that it's like, you know what? If you go to school for business, there's a huge array of different business type opportunities. You might be a manager of a Quick Trip. Doesn't mean you can't be a manager of a restaurant, that type of thing. It's just different lingo you have to learn. So I do feel like that with the not looking, not working. Okay, not looking, not working. I love that. But I do feel as if, darling, with this, keep going forward. Look at the opportunities. Look at your skills. Look at all of that. Look within and find what it is that you are qualified to do or you want to do, okay? Because in this present day, we don't have to just go and get whatever cheap job is out there. Look at what you are and apply, because trust me, people are looking for people that look at bigger opportunities or more things from themselves. Just understand your skill set, okay? But again, with this card, it's like, it does feel like you're going to be going up kind of a mountain in this, like it's an upward journey. But trust me, those are beautiful. Those are beautiful. And if you look at this, you don't have to go up over the mountain. You can go through the path. The path is a lot easier, okay? But keep going forward on that. Miss Jamie, let's do you, and then we're going to be done for the day, darling. Anxious big day on the 15th. Thank you. I had to apply for certain jobs. Apply for them, Sylvia. Apply for them. You are winded, Jamie. Trust me, I'm not winded, darling. I can do this all day long. I can do this all day long, Miss Jamie. Okay, Miss Jamie's my last one. I am wondering if a card today have a message. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. Oh, I love this. Wondrous Universe came up again, walking in the beauty, Miss Jamie. I love this, which tells me, Jamie, you have to start looking at everything around you, all the beauty around you, all the beauty everywhere. And you know what? Everything is so mystical, magical, like Harry Potter power thing going on right now. And I feel like that's the energy you're supposed to be sitting in. Okay. Not sure if this understand. I don't know if you're looking at what a path is for you, where you're going, what you should be doing, what you want to do. I feel like right now the universe is yours. Everything around you is yours, and it's yours for the taking. And I feel like before you do that, you have to sit back and just look at it and just go, oh my God, this is awesome. Oh my God, this is amazing. Look at everything around you. Okay. Look at everything around you and allow that to come to you into that fruition. I feel like you're going to have a new change of path coming soon, kind of like changing up what you're doing, new path, new all that. But I do feel as if, with that being said, you just have to sit for a minute to say, okay, where do I want to go? What beautiful part of this world do I want to go in? Where do I want to take my life? And imagine it and allow it to be. Because as I tell my children, don't go get a job that you're going to be stuck with that you don't like. Create a job that you're going to love and then do that. Okay? Create a job, create a world, create what you want to experience in this lifetime and do it. And when that changes, it's okay, because that's why we have a very long life. We have expected years, 80 to 90 years, and why we can change it up a lot. To do the same thing for 50, 60 years is boring. And you only learn so much. So for today, look up at the stars, see what you want, create a new job for you, create a new universe for you, and go forward. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that, Miss Jamie. I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. I got them started. That's when I got started. Okay, really quick, guys. I am going to thank you guys for bearing with me today and listening and allowing me to get my bearings as to what was supposed to happen today. And isn't it amazing how I had this amazing, amazing show planned, and then that all crumbled, and Spirit said, remember you were talking about going in? I went in, didn't I? And we still rocked it. Awesome. Awesome. And hopefully I got to help some people. I got to be me, which I love. I do want to talk about our shows and everything else. Had to let me know. I don't know. Thank you for letting me know that she had to run some errands. Okay, so let's talk about our wonderful shows. We got some lineup going on. I got the new roster, guys. I got the new rosters. I got a couple of seconds to talk about it, so I want to bring this up. I got so many pictures. I got a million pictures. So as you know, Monday mornings is Schooled Thru Spirit with myself, DeEtte Ranae, every Monday morning, 9 a.m. And I want to let you know next week is Michelle Blood. Oh my God, Michelle Blood. I love her. I just getting to know her, and I love her. She is an Australian rock star, and I tell you what, she had a major illness, and when she came back, she became an inspiration for the world. And she has been seen on so many platforms. Oh my God, she is the true rock star, guys, the true rock star. But trust me, you don't want to miss the show with her next week. Do not be late. Trust me, it's going to be an awesome show. So that's next Monday morning. Now, later on, after me, at noon, we have got Monday Morning Monsters with Mr. Barnaby Jones. Tonight is Be the Chain with Christina Bloom at 8 p.m. Beyond that is a Paranormal Room with Christina Bloom and Logan Jacobson at 9 p.m. Tomorrow morning, we started exploring the paranormal with Heather Lee at 9 a.m. Unfiltered with myself, Unfiltered with DeEtte Ranae is at 6 p.m. tomorrow night here. Moment to Moment with Linda Hope is on at 7 p.m. And Paranormal Pete with Pete Orbea is on at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Wednesday morning, we wake up with Self-Care. What's Paranormal got to do with it? And that's with Miss Deidre Sanford at 10 a.m. See and Beyond with Kelly Eckhart and Cheryl Murphy is on at 11 a.m. Psychic Hour with Kelly Brickle is on at 3 p.m. And guess who's her guest this week? It's me. So you get me 4 times this week, 4 different shows. Oh my God. Let me know if you want more DeEtte, and I will find someplace else to be too. And Over the Target with Missy Hart and Nicole Ford is at 8 p.m. Thursday, we wake up with Chat with Charlie with our wonderful host, Miss Stephanie Lynn, at 9 a.m. The Donut Realm with Brandon Wainwright and MP is on at 6 p.m. That is a brand new show that started this week, guys. What toot? Realm of Darkness with Rennie Rodriguez and Ashley Moreno is on at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Afterlife Chronicles is Nicole Strickland at 8 p.m. And Voices of the Dead with Kenneth Drake is on at 9 p.m. on Thursday night. Now, Fridays, we start again in the morning with The Good Shit Show with Missy Hart at 9 a.m. The Psychic Hour Reading Show at 3 p.m. with Miss Kelly Brickle again. Secrets Within with Rennie Rodriguez is at 8 p.m. And Haunted Voices with Todd Bates and Nicole Strickland is at 10 p.m. Oh my God, guys, that's a lot of shows. And guess what? We have room for more. Just so you know, also, we're looking for some new amazing team members. If they want to join our team, please go to WLTK-DB.com and click on the, oh my God, I'd love to have a job. I'd love to volunteer. I'd love to do whatever, because the station is growing. Me and Todd started this. Oh my gosh, I think it'll be about 3 years ago this November, where he reached out to me and said, hey, or where he reached out to people. I reached back and made him work with me for about 6 months before I finally said, I'll do it. But it's been me and Todd for a long time. I'll tell you what, this station is growing. It's building. Him and Sherry are just rock stars behind the scene. You never get to see them except for Friday night. And Sherry, you never get to see, God bless her heart. But trust me, these are amazing people. The best station ever. Also know, if you'd like to advertise something, Todd does most of the work, guys. All you have to do is send him a message. Say, I would love to advertise, because as you know, everything does go on to our station. As you see throughout the week, we do have many different commercials that play. So you're paid for the live version, but it does go with us into podcast form. So say my podcast on Podbean. All those commercials stay with me, guys, and they stay forever. They never go bye-bye. It's just me, the guest, my talks, the regards, and your commercial. And as you know, guys, I'm on Podbean and most of those major forums, along with Amazon Music. So we're touching many, many lives. Please don't forget to please go to DeEtte Ranae Psychic Medium on Facebook, my public profile page. Hit the follow button, hit the like button. Get me to 10,000 so I can start giving away free things, because I'm super excited about that. And as always, if you want a reading or want to take a class, find me at DeEtteRanae.com. I'll see you next week. This is DeEtte on Schooled Thru Spirit with WLTK-DB.com. Love you guys. Bye-bye.